Hey everybody, hi Kerry and all the colleagues celebrating such an important day. Very important to all of us, but also a day that culminates the 16 days of activism on ending violence against women and girls. 10 December is a very critical day in the human history. It is the adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. I think one of the most important visions while the adoption happened was to create human rights-based societies that are based on principles of social justice, social inclusion, integration, and peace. Since its adoption many years ago, we are far from the reality of securing rights of all citizens, especially women, young women and girls, minority communities, indigenous communities, etc. And I think as you celebrate 10th of December, we must be reminded and take a very clear resolve that we need to work more actively on three important principles that are being described in the Human Rights Charter, which is we must safeguard participation of all citizens, especially the most marginalized. I call upon you to really look at and look around in the room and understand who are the people that are left out. What have we done to secure their participation in decisions that affect them and their communities? And that's the number one, which is participation. Second, linked to participation is inclusion, non-discrimination, and equality. And I think that is so critical because it's linked to the Sustainable Development Goals too. How do you ensure that everybody is treated equal and every human being, irrespective of her or his identity, is equal? So how do you make human rights a reality for all? And I've already said something about this. Especially want to draw attention to people with disabilities, indigenous minority groups that are talked about, but also look at people in situations of conflict, refugee crisis. How do you make sure that they're able to secure their rights? And that brings to the third element of human rights, which is fundamental, is accountability. So how do you really ensure that through various human rights instruments, reporting mechanisms, that we are able to report back the progress in advancing and creating a human rights-based society? But we are also very honest when we are failing many human beings and say that what measures will we take to safeguard the rights of the most marginalized girls and young women? At this occasion, I'm very happy to announce that on 18th December, which is the International Day to celebrate Universal Declaration on Preventing Discrimination Against Women, CEDAW, UN Women will be launching the first ever youth-friendly version of CEDAW so that all young women and all young men are able to champion women and girls' rights. So really calling for celebration of human rights, but also calling for your partnership as we have the right time with the adoption of Sustainable Development Goals, which very clearly puts human rights in its core, in its chapeau, right in the nerve center. So thank you very much, Kerry and the team, for organizing this important conference focusing on girl, child, and young women's rights. And we stand together with you, but we also call for your partnership and also asking you to do another celebration on 19th of December when the youth-friendly CEDAW will be launched. Thank you very much.